sleeps to the new year. Let's go 2018. In the meantime, it is December 27th. Good morning, football. We've got Kyle.
Hello.
I'd like you to meet Peter.
Hey.
And Nate Burleson.
Hello. How you doing?
I don't know if the camel matches the animal print. Does it? We can do whatever we want.
The original animal print.
New Year's plans, guys? Anybody?
Yeah, we're having the New Year's Eve party at our house. Bunch of little kids. We bring in the New Year's at noon. The balloons drop, and we all go to bed at 6. It's great.
Hashtag GMFB. What are you doing for New Year's this weekend?
What do you mean?
Oh, it looks so fun.
The sleep part's going to be incredible. Okay, you can come.
Lead block.
New Year's.
Like tiaras and crowns.
Yeah.
So fun. All right. We just celebrated the holidays. And we all believe in Swagger Claus.
Okay.
Of course, it came to visit us. But I'm curious what NFL-related storylines you believe in headed into Week 17, the last week of the regular season here this year. So I'm going to spit out a topic. You guys are going to tell me, do you believe it or not? All right, Patriots signed free agent, former Steelers linebacker James Harrison. Steelers got rid of him. They signed him to a one-year deal yesterday. He was in Foxborough. The internet melted. Sports media was going crazy. That's so Patriots. He was released by Pittsburgh on Saturday. He, this year, didn't have a ton of playing time. He had 1 sack, 3 tackles, and 5 games played. He will have an impact in the AFC playoffs for New England. Believe it or not.
I kept staring at that picture all night. That is an insane photograph. Even in this era, we see them every day. This is a fantastic story. This is Anakin joining the Empire. This is Darth Debo joining the Patriots. And yes, Kay, by an impact, I think he'll have a strip sack of Ben Roethlisberger in the AFC title game in overtime. Yes, that's an impact. I genuinely do, though. And I think this is so Patriots and so Belichick. It's not necessarily about the Steelers, okay? The little secret about this is the Patriots, if things hold like they do now, could get the Chiefs in Foxborough. James Harrison tears up Eric Fisher, the left tackle of the Chiefs. You probably heard of him. Vince Williams, after James Harrison had a sack against the Chiefs earlier this year, said, of course he got a sack. He's against Fisher. That's his guy. So it's a secret little thing. The Steelers and the Patriots thing is sexy as hell. But this is big here because they could see the Chiefs, and look what Debo does to Fisher.
You know what, Kay, you asked if he's going to make an impact. I think he has to. I'm looking at this Patriots roster, and just to go back to the Super Bowl last year, Chris Long signs elsewhere. Jabal Sheard signs elsewhere. Coney Ealy doesn't work out. Dante Hightower hurt for the year. Nink retires. Derek Rivers tears his ACL. Cassius Marsh doesn't work out. Eric Lee is playing a lot of. Eric Lee was from the Bills practice squad. He's currently playing a ton.
Okay.
Kyle Van Noy's got hurt. Shea McClellan can't get in the field.
Names.
That's 10 names that they don't have at defensive end. You put in James Harrison at the defensive end linebacker kind of hybrid spot. Yeah, he's going to have to play. They don't have much there. Like, there's been 10 other players that have had to be washed out for him to get to this point. They signed him for football reasons. I think it's nothing to do with, it's great theater, but I think from a football standpoint, he can set the edge, he can rush the
you're going to need him. That's what they've needed all season.
Listen, make an impact, yes, 100%. I'm not sure how much he's going to play, but I do know this. Knowledge is power, and I've seen this story many times over. A team will pluck a guy fresh off of free agency that's going to give them information on the defense that they're going to face. How many guys within that organization for the Steelers know as much information about that team? James Harrison, we're talking offensively, defensively, calls, audibles, all adjustments. Even just the vernacular of the defense, when Tom Brady is sitting back and hearing these guys spat out audibles, James might give them information. You better believe, of course, he's going to go in there and work out. He's going to lead by example. And if he gets on the field, he's going to make a play. But one of the first things they're going to do is sit him down in a room and interrogate him like an episode.
Put that lamp on?
Yeah, put that lamp on.
Belichick brain drain.
Like it's an episode of First 48. Let me get that Gatorade and some lobster, man. Let me get comfortable. Like Kane in Menace to Society. This is about to go down. So I've seen it with Deion Branch when he was playing for the Patriots, gets released, and then the Colts pick him up, and everybody's saying, what's going on with Deion playing for the Colts? He didn't really get in on the field, but he gave them some valuable information. I just want to know how much information is he going to give them.
I think he's going to make an impact. I think he's going to play. I don't think he goes to New England and agrees. He didn't get picked up off waivers. They brought him in and sold. This is New England. This is the Patriots. You've been trained to not love us for the past several years, but this is what we have to offer. And I would imagine if you're him, you want playing time. And that's hopefully what he gets. He's also top 5 in playoff sacks in NFL history. He's 11 sacks in the playoffs. I think he's got a little something to offer.
I love it.
Those New England Patriots. Moving on, the Patriots beat the Steelers thanks to a wild finish in Week 15. It seems like destiny at this point. So it is already decided, guys, that they will meet again in the AFC Championship game. Not in pencil. I'm going to give you guys permanent markers. Write it in, believe it or not.
What do you think, Strace?
Yep. I love our brethren at CBS and NBC, and I know they'll be broadcasting the AFC playoffs. But it's been this. This is two trains on the same track, ready to meet again. And I just hope we get it because I love that Week 15 game. I thought that was the game of the year. I thought it was filled with everything. Dynamic quarterback play, wonderful defense, incredible stars, Gronk stepping up when they had to, Juju when he had to. I want to see it again. I want to see it again. So, yes, I mean, I love what the Chiefs are doing lately, and I love what the Jaguars did this season. But these are the two teams, and they're headed for a collision course.
I'm an agent of chaos in the playoffs.
Talk about
I think we will. I hope we don't. Really? I want to see someone flip the table. I like seeing variety. Can you imagine if Jacksonville was in the AFC title game, or if the Chiefs, which one of the weirdest seasons ever, were in the AFC title game? It's probably going to be the Steelers and the Patriots, but I am hoping it is something else. I hope the Patriots if they both get knocked off, yeah. I want some disarray in my playoffs.
I feel you. I'm an agent of chaos as well. And listen, I agree. There have been two trains on the same track headed in the same direction. But what if that Kansas City chopper comes flying down and that Jacksonville Humvee just derails those trains?
Fast and Furious?
That's right. I like it. Fast and Furious 10.
Spy Hunters!
Gave you the plot for Fast and Furious 12.
It's me on the Metro North today.
But I honestly feel like the Jaguars still have a shot if Blake Bortles plays his best game. And if Kansas City continues to recapture what they've done at the beginning of the season, it could be a team. Talk about it. Could be the Ravens. But I feel like we're not going to see this. One of these teams might be in, but one of these surprise teams are going to be the other opposing
Kansas City's
squad.
done it. To me, it's who has the best chance of taking out the Patriots, right? That's always it. And is it the Steelers who can't do it, or is it Kansas City who did it off the jump?
Yeah, right out the gate.
Fresh out the gate from training camp.
Beginning of the season.
All right, speaking of these Steelers, guys, talking a lot of Steelers this morning for you Steelers fans. You can tweet the show and play Believe It or Not with us at hashtag GMFB. Believe it or not, this is the most talented offense that they have had in the Big Ben era. And that includes their Super Bowl winning teams 2005, 2008. Believe it or not, best offense, guys.
This is such a wonderful wormhole to go down, Kay. Thank you for this.
Hey, you're welcome.
I'm looking at 2005, and it's Hines and Randall L. and Bettis and Willie Parker and a great offensive line. But my answer is demonstratively yes, this is the most talented team they've had because Le'Veon, you know the team. And by the way, this might be the best offensive line the Steelers have ever had. So yes, it is in a runaway, I think. As far as talent, yes.
Yes, depth from the tight end position is there. When you look at Hines Ward and what he was able to do, you might say that Juju Smith-Schuster reminds you a lot of him. He can run with the ball in his hands. He is a tremendous blocker. And for a young rookie being that youthful, he has so much rage inside of him. I love he has some nasty to him, just like Hines did. And I'm not even mentioning Martavis and his big playability. And Antonio Brown, who's the best receiver in the game. Not to mention Le'Veon Bell, who's a monster like we see right now, catching out the backfield. So I agree with you, KV. This is the best talent, the most talent Big Ben has ever had around.
Peter, are we disrespecting Santonio Holmes?
I think you're disrespecting Heath Miller. I think you're disrespecting Alan Faneca. I think
Weldon Moore?
But Weldon Moore. No, in all honesty,
on
paper, it's hard to make an argument against this team. And they're better record, too. Already they're 12-3. If they finish the season 13-3, they'll have the best record, better than those two Super Bowl teams. And I think those Super Bowl teams, as much as I love the offense, those were really defensively strong teams. That was Troy Polamalu. You know, that was
James Harrison.
Porter Harrison. It was Farrier. It was those guys. So two amazing teams, two great Super Bowl teams. This one, though, is led by the offense. And I'll tell you, this Juju Smith-Schuster might be the biggest X factor of all.
But in the defense of those defenses and offenses of yesteryear, they're probably sitting back saying, it don't matter if you don't get that ring.
Oh, it doesn't.
It don't mean a damn thing.
On paper, two dirty words.
Dirty words on paper.
Their 08 team had the #1 defense in the league without Shazier. Now, I know they have Hayden back. Hopefully, they can get something done. The offense, not a question to you guys. The defense, we'll see what happens there. All right, let's turn our attention, guys, to the NFC now. Enough with the Steelers and the Patriots and the Jags and the Chiefs and so on. Let's talk about the Eagles because they are on top. They clinched home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs with that win on Monday night. So the Vikings can clinch a first-round bye against the Bears Sunday, but the NFC's most dangerous team will play Wild Card Weekend, believe it or not. The most dangerous team in the NFC is going to play Wild Card Weekend.
I do believe that. I do. And it's so hard. We have these conversations so much, it's easy to start flip-flopping from day to day.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stick with the New Orleans Saints. These are not your dad's Saints or older brother's Saints. These are not the Saints that got beast-quaked up in Seattle and couldn't tackle. These are outdoor snow-tire-type Saints. I don't care where they go with that running game, the Hall of Fame quarterback. I still think they're the most dangerous at home or away. I'll take the Saints in the cold. This Saints, I will. Saints are the most dangerous.
This is it. That backfield is everything that I've wanted in a complete backfield. Even last year with Tevin Coleman, Devontae Freeman, like I thought that they were going to repeat what they did. They didn't repeat this year, but Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram, they picked it up. The yin and yang, the boom and the bang. This is the offense, and this is the most explosive one out of those teams.
I don't believe this.
Okay.
When you say most dangerous, I think you guys immediately think offensive fireworks. You think of Kamara, right? You think of Cam Newton. You think of Matt Ryan and Julio. Most dangerous to me is a team that's going to knock your block off, and the Minnesota Vikings are going to knock you around.
Purple stuff.
Most dangerous team, I think about these offenses, who do I least want to face? Whether it be the Rams, whether it be the Saints, or any of these teams. I don't want to see the Vikings in that dome. I'm horrified of seeing Everson Griffin and Linval Joseph and Harrison Smith come in. Xavier Rhodes.
You'd rather go in the Superdome than up in Minnesota?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I don't want to go into that Minnesota Dome with that crowd and those
face
fans
that defense.
and face that defense. So dangerous. Dangerous. This could be a lot of things, and they're not the most offensive team. I think the Vikings. I don't think they're going to blow you out.
But they have talent, though.
They do have talent. They have enough. But I think dangerous to me is a team that's going to hurt you, and that's the Minnesota. Just ask Aaron.
Old black and blue division.
Just ask Aaron.
That's that sound guy last year. Everybody. They run him over.
2 votes for the Saints, 1 for the Vikings. Moving on, that's it for Believe It or Not, guys. We're going to move on to Will Selva, who we
Speaking of
always
dangerous.
believe, because he's always out there spitting truths
Yeah.
on the West Coast.
There we go. What up there, Kay? Good morning to you.
Looking at it and looking at it and looking at it. You go with the call on the fields. I don't know what's going on, but we have to fix it.
Now, Pegula says he fully expects to hear from the NFL about his criticism.